So, Rigo motherfucking quit. That nigga quit, yo. I don't give a damn what y'all say. He never shook his glove. They didn't know what hand it was. Walking back to the corner at the end of the 6th round, the motherfucker wiped his face, wiped his brow with his left hand. I mean, he was just embarrassed. He had no answer. And even then, when your whole career life is on the line, what do? Do you quit? Or do you keep on working and try and find a way? You know, I'm not saying he could have won. I believe Lomachenko would have stopped him. You know, it will be hard pressed for a man like me and what I believe in and what I stand for. And you guys have had a piece of that on my channel if you've been following me for some time. It's hard for me to have any respect for a man like that. And you say it's boxing, it's fighting. Okay. Whatever deal I'm in my professional career, if I quit, you should have no respect for me. You know, it's just to give you guys a tidbit of my success. My success started from an unemployment check. All right. I was laid off from teaching, and I said, it's gotta be a fucking way. It's gotta be a motherfucking way for me to succeed. And I grinded and grinded and grinded. And now my real estate portfolio is rather beautiful now. But if I would have quit and said, fuck it, been a substitute teacher and just danced around and, you know, thought my training business was the ceiling, because I was training some of the best players in the world, man. Keep in mind, I had Brandon Jennings. I had that whole era. Brandon Jennings, James Harden. Who else is in that era? Trevor Ariza. That whole era of LA basketball went through Fred Hawthorne. And I was making a decent amount of money per hour, you know, but if I thought that was my ceiling, you know, I wouldn't have the real estate portfolio I would have now. And when you make a fighter quit with that resume, he never had it in him. Life came easy for him. You know what I mean? Over 400 fights. And at the moment, have you guys seen that picture meme of the guy is like digging his way through a cave, and he's turning, walking back, and there's like one more inch of dirt, and there's a diamond on the other side of that dirt. If Rigondeaux found a way to have a Hassan Rahman moment in this fight, John Molina against Mickey Bay moment in this fight, guess what we're talking about? One of the greatest punches, one of the greatest single moments in boxing history. And with the odds stacked against him, he needed to have a moment like that. All right? And I have no it's hard. I don't care if you black. I don't care if you brown. I don't care if you white. When a person shows you who they are the first time, believe him. He's had nothing but success in his life. Granted, he hasn't had the fights he's wanted. He didn't get the Leo Santa Cruz. He didn't get the Abner Mares. You know, Carl Frank, all those guys. But when you signed that contract, when you signed up for this job, the only person that can stop this fight is Lomachenko hands and the New York State Athletic Commission. That's it. And I know it's a physical sport. It's tough. It's challenging. But that's his professional career. My professional career, outside of the boxing realm, is to keep on creating equity out of my real estate portfolio. Right? I lost the deal 2 weeks ago. I came back. Now I'm in escrow on another property right now as we speak. It was a property I desperately wanted. But I had to keep on fighting, keep on clawing. Right? And that's just the reality, man. And my respect is gone. And as you guys know, I predicted Lomachenko. I've had a perfect year predicting fights, a perfect year picking 50-50 fights. Who does that? I'm going to give myself credit, because the first person that should give a person credit is themselves. And I'm not saying, see, there's a difference between giving yourself credit and giving yourself credit to put someone else down. I'm not putting no one else down. I'm just saying, who does that? Who predicts every 50-50 fight in boxing for 2017 perfect? 60-40, 50-50. You guys get the synopsis. Who does that? Barbershop Conversations does that. So I never picked the 80-20 fights, the 90-10 fights, with the guys who's going to win. And granted, there'll be upsets in those fights throughout the year. But the hardest thing to do is consistently pick evenly matched sporting events. And you know how that's true? Because the Vegas lights stay on. And if you guys, as Floyd Mayweather said, if you guys would have bet on me from the beginning of my career, you guys would be millionaires too. And if you guys would have stayed, if you guys would have rolled your money, kept on rolling it with my picks, you guys will have a couple $1,000s too. So, man, but now that I've said enough about Rigo, we have to give 2,000% credit to Lomachenko and his father. What they have done as a tag team, and they're a father and son team, and you guys know how I feel about father and son teams. Special, special, special. He is prepared for everything. His mental discipline. There's two moments in Kobe Bryant's career when Matt Barnes is taking the ball out of bounds and Kobe Bryant is defending the ball out of bounds, and he fakes at Kobe Bryant and he doesn't flinch. Kobe Bryant was a dog. And then the second was in the NBA playoffs. Chris Rock has the seat right next to the Lakers bench, and Chris Rock is talking mad shit to Kobe Bryant. Yeah. I don't know what he's saying, but we would all assume Chris Rock is being Chris Rock. Kobe Bryant ignores him. YouTube those two moments. Matt Barnes throws the ball at Kobe Bryant. Faked those when Matt Barnes was with Orlando, I believe. He faked those the ball, and then Chris Rock. Oh man, those are special moments. And for those of you not giving Lomachenko credit, fuck the black-white talk, the brown talk. I told you guys last December, after the Walters fight, or Thanksgiving last year, he is the best fighter in 8-ounce gloves in his division, bar none. I saw it with my own eyes. I would bet Lomachenko blind. If I can get 200, if I can get low 200s, honestly, at 130 pounds, if I can get low 200s, I would make a 5-figure bet on Lomachenko. And especially if Top Rank is the lead promoter, I would make a 5-figure bet on Lomachenko. The same way I did with Floyd Mayweather, the same thing I would do with Lomachenko. All right? I just don't make that shit public because, taxes and shit. but yeah, man, I would. Hypothetically speaking, I would, man. So, oh, man, it's just... And when you make 5-figure bets in Vegas, you split it up so you don't have to claim it. Like if you make a bet over a certain amount of money, you have to claim it, right? And if you make a $3,000 bet 5 times, right, it's just a $3,000 bet, right? And so it's just money that you've won. So anyways, man, getting back to, just so you guys, because people are getting enamored with, I'm about to make a $50,000 bet. Well, the government knows you just made a $50,000 bet, but that's neither here nor there. So Lomachenko is the baddest man in 8-ounce gloves in his division. All right, Terrence Crawford is at 147. Now I said this before. Terrence Crawford cleaned out the 140 division. If Terrence Crawford was still at 140, I would give the distinction to Terrence Crawford. But the baddest man in his division, and this, I'm not going to give no hyperboles, but Lomachenko in 130 is the baddest man in boxing. Now, I'm not saying pound for pound. No. Am I not saying is he pound? Terrence Crawford is pound for pound the best fighter because he can go up and down and weight and win. But what I'm saying, currently in the division, there is no 50-50 fights, no 60-40 fights with Lomachenko. At best, Lomachenko is a 70-30, and that's pushing it. Tank Davis stands no chance. Tevin Farmer stands no chance. Who else is at 130? I don't know. The Asian guy that just beat for the IBF strap. No chance. So, that's it, man. It's just, Sometimes you just got to sit back and enjoy shit. I have no relationship with Lomachenko. I've interviewed him, oh shit, too many times to count. But I told him in his ear, I said, you're the baddest man in 8-ounce gloves in your division. You know, Terrence Crawford is a bad motherfucker, so I would lean on Terrence Crawford as the pound for pound best. You know, and I'm not gonna do a pound for pound list tonight because I'm overwhelmed with Lomachenko's performance, and I might do myself a disservice by making him higher than what he really, really is. Because I think, like it or love it or hate it, Deontay Wilder deserves to be in the pound for pound talk list. You know what I mean? If you have 2 belts at 147, you deserve to be in the pound for pound list. You understand? Whatever you think about Keith Thurman, he has 2 belts in the most powerful division in boxing. So think about it. Think about this boxing game pragmatically, you know, and then you'll start to find your answers. Leave your emotions at the door. Walk through the door. Sit your ass down and start breaking down boxing. That's why I have predicted 50 fights perfectly in 2017. Now, if I do 2018 perfectly, damn, man, I need my own like betting service. So anyways, man, I genuinely enjoy your support. I'll definitely do some more tonight, do another video tonight. But we'll get it popping. So anyways, man, barbershop conversations. Shout out to Lomachenko. Hopefully this is a lesson learned to all you guys. What you gonna do on the last day of the month when all your bills are due, rents due, mortgage payments due, car notes due, health insurance due, kids, what do you call it, daycares due? What you gonna do, man? What will you do when your car gets repoed? Will you commit suicide like everyone did in 2000, in the early 2000s when the market crashed? You saw all them people committing suicide. What you gonna do? So anyways, man, barbershop conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, and this fight is a life lesson. It's not what you've done yesterday that makes you a great man. It's how you multiply what you did yesterday is what makes you a great man. All right, how do you make yesterday better? All right, because if we want to live in the past, we can live in the past. We live in the past. Jack Johnson is the greatest fighter of all time, right? He is, because he's the first. He's the first. He's the first real heavyweight champion in quote unquote modern boxing, right? If you want to call it that. No one is better than Jack Johnson, right? From that perspective, you get what I'm saying? So. Yeah, man, I'm just utterly impressed, as I was after the Rocky Martinez fight. I forget, he's fighting tonight, I believe. He's fighting against Salido. But I'm going, man. I'll come back with some more videos later. I'll holla. Peace.